Welcome, 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 everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by. My name is Amista, and I'm going to be doing some tarot reading and chatting with people who come into the room. We're just going to have an enjoyable night together. Well, we just do a little chit chat. First thing I'm going to look at here is going to be best advice for manifesting over the next 24 hours. So you want to be thinking about what would you like to manifest? That way you'll know, does this advice fit you or not? Best manifesting advice. Meanwhile, I've got the World Series score on my phone. I want to keep an eye on that. So let's see what we have. Best manifestation advice. We're starting off with the 8 of Cups coming up here first. 8 of Cups talks about walking away from something that has left us feeling exhausted or depleted. Hey, Nomad, welcome. Cheryl Ford, welcome back. Okay, then we have the King of Cups in reverse. This is interesting because we're walking away from something that has left us feeling depleted or exhausted. We've got somebody in our sphere of influence who isn't so happy to see us walk away from whatever that is. And the Ace of Cups, I think this person is going to be showing us their true colors. Maybe we thought they could be supportive of us or happy for us, and maybe they're having a hard time with that. This may be taking us by surprise with that Ace of Cups in reverse. So it is the right thing to actually walk away. There's kind of a heads up here that, not everybody's going to be thrilled about that, So just to be aware, don't let them shake you if they're not thrilled about it. Okay, so that's what we have for manifestation advice for the next 24 hours. I'm going to pick a number between 1 and 6. And I'm writing it down and circling it right now. Whoever puts that in the chat first will be the first person I read for tonight. Number between 1 and 6. Good I say. Welcome, welcome. Glad you're here, my friend. Thank you for the reminder on the thumbs ups. 4 is not it, Cheryl. 3 is not it. Number between 1 and 6. Thank you guys for the thumbs ups already. I appreciate that. Let's see, what do we see? 2, 4, not it. 6 is not it. 1 is not it. 5. Cheryl Ford takes it away with the 5. Okay, Miss Cheryl, do you have a question for me today, or do you want a message from Spirit? Gracie right behind Cheryl with that 5. Message for Miss Cheryl. Okay, let's see what we got here, my dear. Cheryl Ford, message from Spirit. Guys, don't forget to share this video out to the world. There may be other people who could use a reading as well. Be generous. It does almost sound like bingo, doesn't it? Except for in bingo, they call out the numbers that it is instead of the numbers that it's not. Alrighty, so let's see here. Cheryl, we've got your first card. Second card. Alrighty, yep, and in bingo you have to hit every number. Here you only have to hit 1 to be the winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Okay, did you guys know where that came from, that phrase, winner, winner, chicken dinner? It's an old casino phrase. And it used to be that if you won at the casino, then you got money to buy a chicken dinner. That was high rolling back then. All right, so Cheryl, we have the Chariot. I love the Chariot. First of all, it's a yes if you have a question that you're trying to get a yes or no answer. But also it talks about moving forward, and it moves forward productively along with the cooperation of other people as well. And it can even be taking a trip. Now, this is crossed by the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So what we have is you are moving towards some kind of goal or target along with somebody else. And the Seven of Pentacles says that the payoff for whatever this is you're doing is coming in, but it's coming in slow or it's coming in partial. And you're going to have to rattle somebody's cage to get that money completely to you, or whatever this payoff is. You may have to remind somebody that they owe you. All right, now, best advice or heads up around this. Yes, now they have the buffets. Yeah. All right, 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Did you know the buffets used to be super cheap to get people in to gamble? And now I've noticed within the last few years, they are not super cheap anymore. You may as well just be at a regular restaurant. I never gambled, but I used to like to go to the cheap dinners. All right, so best advice or heads up, 10 of Pentacles in reverse talks about this idea of this thing where you're doing something that the payoff is coming in slow. This is inspiring you to want to increase your security and your stability. I think you're thinking there has to be a better system here. All right, now that's followed by the Tower card in reverse. And this is a recovery card. When the Tower card comes up in reverse, this is getting beyond some kind of past shakeup and actually ending up better off than you were before the shakeup even happened. So I think that this idea of slow pay or partial pay has you looking for upgrading in things that you're getting paid for, or what your pay is, or whatever. Look at this. We have another really nice card. Six of Wands. This says that you come up with something that you can do that benefits not only yourself, but also other people as well. And that's what allows you to have this comeuppance. Comeuppance. Come on up. Step right up to the plate. Come on up. And the Six of Wands says that this comeuppance, is complete, that you're benefiting not only yourself, but other people around you. So this is finding a service or a product that other people can really benefit from, and then they appreciate you for it. So they pay you well for it. So they're happy, you're happy. It's all good, good, good. And all of that, actually, this desire to upgrade your stability and security helps you to overcome the shakeup from the past and find something that benefits other people so that they pay you well for it. All right, there we go. That's from Miss Cheryl. I hope that makes sense for you, my dear. We've got 4 in the room. I'm going to pick a number between 1 and 8. Don't forget to put a thumbs up if this video benefits you. Also, share it out to the world if you think you know somebody else who could use a reading. So, you're quite welcome. Number between 1 and 8. I've got it circled right now. Whoever puts that in front of my face first will be the next person I read for. Investing for the future. That's so smart. So smart. Generation X has not invested very much towards the future, unfortunately. So hopefully you guys that come behind us will be smarter. 2 of you all picking 7. Nomad came into the chat first. So Nomad, you've got it. Nomad. Gracie, you've been the second one in line with a number now 2 times. If you don't get a piggyback rating, I'll be really surprised. So Nomad, do you have a question for me today, or do you want a message from Spirit? By the way, the Dodgers are 4 and the Yankees are 6 right now. Boop-a-doo-doo-doo. Middle of the 7th. Message from Spirit for Nomad. Nomad. Message from Spirit for Nomad. Let's see what we get. Everybody else, look out for a piggyback message. Whew. Whew. Nomad, put on your hard hat, honey bunny. Hard hat and your safety belt. Which reminds me, I have not ordered my hard hat for these videos yet. That'll be so much fun. All right. Nomad. We have the Hermit showing up in reverse first. Now, the Hermit in reverse is just telling me that you have been taking some time to sort some things out, to decide what your priorities are, what makes you tick, what makes you happy, what makes you sad. And now you've come back out to communicate with the rest of the world with those new priorities in mind. What just happened to my game? Oh, there it is. Okay, let's look at that. That's the one I want to open. All right, now, no distractions, huh? That is covered by the Two of Swords. Okay, Two of Swords is really an interesting card to have covering this Hermit in reverse, because this says that I have made these decisions about what my new priorities are in a very definitive way. These are not the types of decisions that, somebody's going to steamroll right over. That's not going to happen. All right. Now, best advice or heads up. I think what you've decided here has to do with the idea that there's something toxic going on in your life, or something toxic that's going on in somebody else's life that's influencing your life pretty heavily, one or the other. It's causing you some heartache just watching this stuff go down, much less if you have to be a part of it at all. And you've got the Eight of Wands. You may be deciding that you want to make an intervention. Eight of Wands is communication, quick messages going back and forth. So I think that whatever this is that you kind of went secluded on to think about, and then you made a decision and you've decided to come back out and communicate with the world on, I think you're really kind of confronting, or maybe that's too strong of a word, but you're trying to intervene in a situation where somebody's doing something toxic and it's really hard for you to see. That's what we have going on there. That seems pretty rough. And I wish you the best of luck. I hope that that's successful. But it's also important to remember that the only person that we can really actually control is ourselves. We can hope to influence other people, but the only people we can control are ourselves. Thank you very much, Grace. I think a lot of people face a situation like that at some point in their lives. All right, we've got 3 in the room. I'm going to pick a number between 1 and 6. Yes, that digging would be the Hermit card. Definitely. All right, number between 1 and 6. I've got it circled. Whoever puts that in the chat in front of my face first will be the next person I read for. Number between 1 and 6. By the way, the game is still 4-6. Yankees favor. 1 is not it. 4 is it. Miss Cheryl Ford. Okay, Cheryl, you're getting 1 card. Card of the day. Something that has happened within the last 24 hours or will happen within the next 24 hours for Miss Cheryl Ford, and then we'll go again. Okay, Cheryl, look at you. 7 of Cups. This is my Daydreamer's card. This tells me that you're looking at all the different ways that you have of improving your life, kind of daydreaming them out. You haven't picked which one you want to focus on just yet, but you are at the point of looking at what your options are and clarifying what your options actually are around improving your life. That's what we see that would have happened within the last 24 hours or will happen by this time tomorrow. So let's see. We have 2 in the room. I'm going to pick a number between 1 and 4. Whoever puts that number in front of my face first will be the next person to win. Number between 1 and 4. To win a free micro reading. Boo ba da doo doo boo boo. Hello there, Aniket. Oh, thank you for the subscribe. I appreciate that. By the way, guys, don't forget about a thumbs up and sharing this out to the world if you don't mind. Let's see. 4 is not it. 1 is not it. I am fantastic, my dear. How are you? 2 is not it. 3 is it. Nomad. Okay, same thing. 1 card for you, Nomad. Card of the day, something that happened within the last 24 hours or will happen by this time tomorrow. Ooh, thank you for all the hearts. Yay! All right, Nomad. Prince of Wands coming up in reverse. This tells me that you may be having a hard time committing to something right now. You may be hoping that something better comes along. And even though it's not come along yet, it's kind of holding you up from committing to something else that you could actually be participating in. Hope that makes sense for you. All right, we have 4 in the room. Number between 1 and 8. I'm writing it down right now and circling it. Whoever puts that number in front of my face first in the chat will be the next person I read for. Number between 1 and 8. Everybody remember to put a thumbs up on this video. Also, if you like these types of videos, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, and make sure your notifications are turned on your personal device so that you'll know the next time I go live. Alrighty, so let's see. 6 is it. Who got 6 first? Looks like Annika put 6 in first. Hello there, sister girl. Welcome, welcome. Okay, Annika, do you have a question for me or do you want a message from Spirit? That does not surprise me with that card. Okay, go ahead and type your question in the chat and I'll be happy to take a peek at it for you. It does need to be a specific question, so don't put it in something like love life or career info or something like that. Actually, a specific question. Oh, you've got it. What does Sanika feel about me? Okay, I'm going to look at this for you, Annika, but I'm also going to tell you that feelings are highly transitory. So this may be outdated as soon as 20 minutes from now. I mean, I'm not saying you need to change the question. I'm just saying that feelings are fluid. It's hard to track feelings. But I can give you his feelings at this moment, or her, whatever the case may be. Okay, so we have the Star card showing up first. That says they're very hopeful about things with you. We also have the 2 of Pentacles. This person says that they're busy, and yet with that Star card, they're hopeful that they can put you still into the schedule, that they can be balanced enough for that. And then with the 7 of Wands in reverse, they may feel a little bit vulnerable about you. They may feel a little bit at your mercy. You're the guy. All right. So this other person may be a female. Could be a guy. Either way. Either way, you see their feelings. All right. So let's see here. End of the 7th. Still Dodgers 4 to the Yankees 6. How many are in the room right now? 4. I'm picking a number between 1 and 8. And writing it down and circling it. Whoever puts that number in the chat in front of my face first, then that's the next person I'll read for. Number between 1 and 8. Don't forget to put a thumbs up on this video, guys, and share it out to the world, especially if you benefit from it, but other people might like to benefit from it as well. Okay, so you're quite welcome, Annika. Right, Nomad? For real? Okay, so 3 is not it. 2 is it. Gracie got it. 2 is it for Gracie. Technically, I don't have any dog in the hunt on this game. However, one of my good friends is super rooting for the Yankees because he's from that part of the country. I made a little prediction for one of my clients who likes to gamble. And my prediction has me hoping that the Dodgers win so that my client wins some money. So I guess I'm rooting for both of them. Message for Gracie. I don't have bets going, but I have clients who have bets going. Right? I'm not that great at ball games, actually, guys, and I tell him this. He knows this. He's been coming to me for ball game predictions for years now. And I guess I get about 7 out of 8 right. That's just enough to really fry up a good parlay. I am much better at relationship issues or at career decisions than I am at ball games. All right, so message for Gracie. Message for Gracie. What would you like to talk to Gracie about? It's not good enough. Alrighty, so let's see what we have, Ms. Gracie. You've got the 9 of Wands showing up in reverse. 9 of Wands in reverse just talks about this idea of not being prepared for something or possibly something taking you by surprise type of thing. And then we have the World card covering showing up in reverse as well. So this is really interesting. It tells me that basically there's something where you're trying to tie up all the loose ends and be done with a project or a situation or something. And what you're not prepared for is you're not prepared for the idea that it's taking longer to tie up these loose ends than you expected it to. All right, let's see. Best advice or heads up around this. We've got the 5 of Pentacles showing up in reverse. Prince of Wands also in reverse. And the 5 again, 5 of Wands in reverse. Now 5s talk about change. The fact that you have 2 5s showing up here tells me that part of the advice is that there's a change that has to be made. So when we have the 5 of Pentacles in reverse, this talks about the idea of a loosening up of the budget. And maybe that loosening up of the budget is coming about because you're more involved socially with people around you. You're not sitting on the sidelines as far as on the fringes, as far as socially. And that helps you with loosening up the budget. Now, my Prince of Wands in reverse, when he's in reverse, he's kind of scattered. It's kind of scattered. And the idea here is don't really commit to anything. Stay very much in the moment. Don't commit to things ahead of time. Just be very much in the moment. And then with that 5 of Wands in reverse, this talks about focus on your target, focus on your goal, no distractions, have those blinders on. Don't let anybody distract you from your target or your goal. So, in other words, don't let anybody distract you from this idea of finishing up this cycle. And part of how you do that is by expanding your social circle, which gives you a little more breathing room in your budget and not committing to anything ahead of time, staying in the moment. And then you can focus on your target or your goal of wrapping this up more easily. Oh, gotcha. That totally makes sense for what I'm seeing there. All right, let's see here. We've got 3 in the room. I'm picking a number between 1 and 6. Number between 1 and 6. Top of the 8th, score is still 4-6, Yankees favor. Five is not it. Number between 1 and 6. Two is not it. Oh, I'm not really doing like the play-by-play. I just actually have this thing on my phone that shows me what the score is in real time. I wouldn't mind being a sports broadcaster, but I would not be neutral. You guys are so sweet. Especially if St. Louis was playing. If St. Louis was in the World Series, you guys wouldn't be seeing me here tonight. I would be in front of a screen somewhere watching every single second. One is it, Miss Gracie. All right, so I'm going to give you one card. Card of the day, something that has happened within the last 24 hours or will happen by this time tomorrow. Yep. I think the last time St. Louis went to the World Series, and I could be wrong, because I haven't paid attention to sports in a very long time, but they went in the 80s. I believe it was in the 80s. I think I was still grade school, high school, something like that. And that whole season, and probably the season before that, of course, Willie McGee was on the team. That tells you how far back it was. They would almost lose every single game, and then it would get to be like inning 8, and all of a sudden they would just pull it out, and they would just take off. It was like somebody just turned up the heat whenever inning 8 came around. So 8 and 9, they would kick butt, take the game away, and do well. But almost every game was like that. And then they got into the World Series, and they lost the first 3 games. And the 4th game was looking really bad. And finally, towards the end of the 4th game, they turned up the heat like they had all season long. And they won that game. And then they won the rest of the games, and they actually won the World Series. That's my recollection of it. The facts might say something different, but that's my recollection of it. All right, Gracie, card of the day. King of Swords showing up here. Yeah. This is just saying you need to be really analytical about something and make a strategy. If you have not already, you will be doing that soon. It is good nobody got fired. Excellent. So we're at the middle of the 8th inning now, still 4-6. Gosh darn it. I gotta say, I really want the Dodgers to pull ahead because my little gambling guy takes good care of me if he wins. And I predicted a Dodgers sweep this time around, so I'm sure there was a good spread on that bet. What else should we look at, guys? What else should we look at? I think I've read for everybody in here. What other kinds of things would you like to look at? Is there anything going on in the world that you think we should take a peek at while we're here? What do you want to look at? Is there anything going on in the world that we should pull cards on tonight? Man, they won't tell me who's going to win this game that's going right now. I'm too attached to it now. The honeybee, honeybee. Oh, you're talking about the little one? He's doing pretty good. What do you want to know about the E. coli going on at McDonald's? He's doing pretty good. He's upstairs right now, probably in bed by now. Okay, let's see. Tell me about the weather coming in this spring and what its effects will be on the honeybee population in Texas, where Gracie lives. I think you live in Texas. Correct me if I'm wrong. Weather and how it will affect the honeybee population this spring. Boopity doo doo, boopity doo. Think we're gonna have a long winter and spring's gonna come in slow. Looks to me like them honeybees are gonna be holding up back on their honey. Maybe because there's not a lot of flowers blooming if we have a long winter. So here's the moon. The moon, just like for me, this is what's really talking about winter to me. Like, when everything's covered by the snow, it's kind of like moonlight. You can't see very much. Two of Cups in reverse. This to me talks about the idea of, well, we're not really feeling all that great about our weather yet. And the Four of Pentacles talks about holding back, stashing things away. So these honeybees aren't giving up a whole lot of honey in the springtime. Boo. I'm not Winter's fan either. Where'd you go, sweetie? Sweetie, I heard you meowing at me. Where did you go? The case of the disappearing cat. I'll tell you what, guys, I've got animals all over everywhere, and none of them are mine. There was the cat that's disappeared. There's chickens that like to come visit me at that window. Sometimes you'll hear them pecking on the window frame in the daytime. Right? Well, it looks like that would be a good move. Looks like that would be a good move. Well, guys, I think we've kind of run out of stuff to talk about, I guess. So I'm going to get off of here. I'm going to go pick up a friend from the airport a little bit later. I guess I'll get ready to go that direction. Everyone, thank you so much for being here tonight, for keeping me company. You guys are what makes these fun for me. And I will talk to you guys next time around. Peace out.